Hi, folks. Going to give folks a few more minutes before we get started. All right. Hi, everyone. So I see some new faces in the meeting. I see Tudor and Stefan. Abhinandan and Ranjit seem regulars. Could you introduce yourselves? Welcome to the OpenEBS community meeting. We have this one, once a month. Yes, thank you for joining. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I can start. So I'm Tudor. I am a CTO at Zeta.
Oh,
Stefan is working at Zeta as well. We are a Postgres company. We're offering a Postgres service with copy on write branching. It's used quite a lot for dev and staging environment, but also production workloads. And we have been looking at adopting OpenEBS as our main storage mechanism, and Stefan has been working directly on a proposal. I'll let him introduce himself as well.
Yeah, thank you, Tudor, for introducing me. Yeah, I'm Stefan, and I'm one of the backend engineers in the Zeta engineering team. And yeah, as Tudor said, I'm plan to work on quality of service features like IOPS, config, throughput, and also RAID 0 support.
right. Did we see, so Abhinandan, did we see PRs for,
Yeah,
okay.
me and Tiago have been reviewing them, and we were having a bit of discussion there. So Tudor, Stefan, do you have any queries around that, or like, do you want to talk
Uh,
about that?
That's fine. We can get started with their use cases, or do we know about that already?
Yeah,
On
I
for the
believe
PR?
it's RAID 0 and QoS, right? If I'm not wrong. These two
Correct.
are the ones that we are targeting, right?
Yes.
Right.
On
Okay.
my store?
That's right, on my store.
Okay.
Folks,
Yeah,
I was on PTO. I didn't check any PRs yet. Which repo are they on at the moment?
They're on OpenEBS, Abhilash. They're proposals.
OEP. Oh, just OEP, right? Okay,
Right. Yeah.
I'll look into it. Thanks.
yeah, and I
Q,
think maybe worth discussion discussing. There was this discussion around using the, how is it called, this new Kubernetes feature.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe that's worth touching a little bit upon it, if there's any pros and cons and things like this. But I'll let Stefan.
Yeah, Tudor means the volume attribute classes. In the proposal, the idea was to use PVC annotations and introduce a watcher to check for config changes, like changing the IOPS for an existing device. But it was proposed that we should look into volume attribute classes, which is kind of a new feature that seems to be out in 1.34. In older versions, it's available as alpha and beta versions, I think. So
Yeah.
it's something we can look into. And also looks to me like it might simplify the implementation a little, as this is a functionality built into Kubernetes already. And we have to basically introduce a callback to react on these kind of modifications, right?
Yeah, that's true. So using the CSI workflow would help you by not having to implement the controller, as I was mentioning in the PR, right? So you get that feature for out of the box with the CSI workflow. For the time being, since this feature was not there before, what we used to do is we used to provide commands on the kubectl plugin to modify volume parameters. So I would say to start with, you can start looking into that first, and then probably expand on the Kubernetes side of things, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, I haven't looked at C plugin yet. We can look into this. But I also wonder about future compatibility, as like what's nice about the VEC is that it's kind of a standard feature, right? It's a standardized, and therefore it feels like worth going down this route to me.
Right. Okay.
And if I
Tudor,
understand correct, yeah, if I like my concern was on which Kubernetes versions will it be available? From what I understand, in the current one is a beta feature, but it's still usable, right?
Yeah, it's pretty new. On the latest, it's probably on the latest CSI specs, if I'm not wrong.
It's
Yeah.
stable on 1.34, so
Right.
might be on beta.
Right.
1.32 and 3.3. That's what's running
yeah,
now.
correct.
Okay.
I think it was better since 1.31. So we should be okay here, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, then it makes a lot of sense to use, I think.
And I think anything before 1.3, 1.31 is probably out of life, right? I'm not sure actually. The Kubernetes versions before that.
V4 is not is not released yet, but it's due to release soon, I think.
Right.
And then 3.1, no, 3.2 and 3.3 are still maintained.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say version-wise, we should be safe here.
Sure.
Cool, thanks. And otherwise, scanning the comments from the proposal, I think there's nothing else that's contentious or anything like that, right? So
Yeah, my only ask is if I should create a new proposal, as it's kind of a change in direction with all the comments in there. It's maybe a little confusing to have them always.
I I haven't looked at the proposals yet. So yeah, give us. I guess this is still like a little premature. I mean, in the sense that the proposals were just released 2 day, 1 day back, right? So let folks look into it, then we can proceed with the discussion, I guess. But one thing I wanted to ask on the QoS front, did you check out the SPDK channel on Blob Store? I think, or I think in general, where in the Slack SPDK they are redoing some of the BDEF QoS implementation. Uh, First of all, is your QoS design going to consider SPDK's implementation, or are you going to do some other uh, designs?
Yeah, the idea was to use the SPDK features.
Right.
I was not aware of them wanting to change anything here.
Yeah. So they are, if you see their Gerrit uh, PRs also, Shui Matsumoto is raising some PRs to do some refactoring on QoS implementation on the BDEV. So it's worth checking out. if you go through the, I'll share the URL of their Zoom meeting on our email, where we are having the conversation. Maybe you can take a look.
Yeah, that's appreciated.
Ongoing
I will.
change. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, we
Yes.
will have a look. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the question is if the APIs will change significantly or not, right? Because if no,
Yeah.
then it's probably fine, right? We'll just
Yeah.
continue.
Right. What I understood from the talk was they are doing quite a bit of change. Don't know if the RPCs are going to change, but their internal implementation is getting changed. They are restructuring the code also. Everything was in blobstore.c, but now they are moving it to separate modules. So yeah, but yeah, I guess since you have already worked on it, you are using SPDKs, RPCs only. I guess you could see the PRs and even the community meeting. Then you'll understand if there is some change.
Yeah, we will look into it and see if it impacts the
Sure.
proposal.
Yeah.
I had this question. So how does a Postgres user use this feature? They create PVCs with volume attribute classes attached to them, and they get some degree of throughput, less than the other guy who has a different volume attribute class. Is that how? Is this Postgres as a service user layer?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that's how it works. So we're a multi-tenant Postgres service, so we have different clients, and we want to, depending on the instance size, we want to offer different IOPS limits as well.
Right.
So, a quick question, Tudor, why do you think Maestro does suits here? Why not a local engine does serve a better purpose? I
That's a
believe
good question. Yeah.
Postgres does replication, right?
Postgres does
Postgres does
replication.
replication. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you still need a replicated storage then?
Well, it is still nice to have so that we have some degree of separation, so it doesn't have to run on the same node necessarily. Although I understand, like the better performance will be anyway where they are collocated, the Postgres and the volume. But this it gives us a little bit more flexibility. But then the real requirement that we have, kind of like the most important one at the moment, is to have this copy on write cloning snapshots, plus so that we do our copy on write branching on top of it. And that's an SPDK feature, right? So we do need something based on SPDK. And I think we discussed before about I think none of the locals the local device implementations were fitting this, plus also having good performance.
Okay. Just a point on that. Did you consider having a BTRFS file system on top of, let's say, a local volume? That would give you the copy on write snapshots, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we didn't look into detail
Right.
at that option. No. But it feels to me like
Yeah.
at least long term the SPDK will give us more flexibility essentially.
Okay. Sure.
And then I know we discussed, I think last time, that there's this I again forgot the names, like U-Bulk, I think it's called,
Yeah, it's
uBlock.
that would do
uBlock.
U-Block,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, U-Block, and that would give us kind of. I feel like that would give us probably the best of both worlds, because it's still SPDK but local, right? And you can always
Correct. It's
move.
local. Yeah.
But can still do replication. So you replicate it, and then use the NVMe over fabrics to speak with the replica and things like this, right?
True. Yep.
Yeah, so we're hoping to go that way over the longer term.
Right. But that would be only available on the very newer kernels, if you see. I think that should be fine. Right? Oh,
For us, it's fine because we are in control of the whole stack, so we can.
right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Sure.
I read this blog, I think TiKV or TiDB. This I think TiKV is the backend here. So I think they're also running SPDK underneath. That's the first time because for the longest time we have heard database folks say that uh, we are running local engines. We don't prefer the overhead of this replication layer because the database itself can carry out some node level redundancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I read that IKV performance benchmarking, and they have this splendid talk on I think it was a KubeCon talk, or I'm not sure. It may not have been a KubeCon talk, but I saw the presentation. Yeah, they seem to be doing some great things with SPDK underneath. Yeah.
Oh, awesome! I have to look up for that. I didn't. I don't think I saw that talk, but I will check it out. Awesome.
Okay. TiKV is this, I think, key value store. They're
Yeah, I
written in
know.
Rust.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know TiKV, but not the conference talk that you mentioned.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like the network often tends to be the bottleneck because there's a lot of traffic that
Yes.
that Postgres needs when speaking with the storage. But yeah, in our tests, actually, we get quite good results. And we are still using in production a commercial system, but it's also based on SPDK, and uh, we're seeing good results. So to me, it feels like a very valid path.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. On other news, here we have been able to release, I believe, Mayastore 2.9.2. Is that correct, Abhinandan? The
Yeah,
2.9.2.
that's right. We have released Master 2.9.2 with a few fixes and issues pointed out by users. And also we have addressed the Bitnami issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's also been in. And we are going to make an OpenEBS corresponding release for that with the Master 2.9.2. So that's still in tests and hoping to release that by tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. The Bitnami issue here is that the Bitnami public Docker registry is going away. I think you folks must be following the Postgres this hacker mailing list. I think they're talking about this there as well. The Postgres uh, images also will be going away pretty soon. Only the latest one will be available, I suppose. Yeah, uh, that's on the latest version of Mayastore. We are patching it with our own HCD and kubectl images, so that yeah, we are going to uh, try to break away from the Bitnami registries and try to maintain it ourselves, I suppose.
Right. Okay. Good to be aware of it. Yeah.
Mohammed, do you have something? Uh, I see Tiago is not on the call, so I suppose, do you have something that you've got from raw file?
Yeah, not much, but we have some updates from the previous release, 0.11.0. Currently, we have done some bug fixes, some version bumps. We have upgraded to Debian Trixie, and we have forced the rollback to Bookworm again.
Uh,
It was a slowness in Hemo images in GitHub Actions. The big thing that is changing is that currently we are using some task pods to handle the controller resize request from the CSI. We are moving it into a internal communication thing using gRPC. Uh, After that, we can start to work on the volume cloning support. Uh, so we can clone volumes and also migrate them between nodes using this underlying connection. Yeah.
yeah, that's great. I see the raw file is on the OpenEBS chat now. I recall reviewing Tiago Spear then. So yeah, I think we are seeing some user pings as well on the anonymous metrics. Yeah, I suppose a couple of folks have pulled that image, or it may have been, it could have been you and Tiago as well, but it's probably a couple of more people. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a PR after a long time this week.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, anyone? Stephen, Tudor, Mohammed.
Nothing for me. Thank you.
Nothing from me, thanks.
Sure.
Yeah, we have no agenda, I suppose. Master 9292 is the only thing we have for this meeting. Also, we don't have any new progress on the incubation application that we have out. It's, I suppose, the TOC is going through some integral changes in how the TOC works and executes on these applications. And this may be taking some time to get through before they can get to our application. Yeah. So that's there. Yeah. That's all I have. I suppose we can wrap up early today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
Just
for.
had one question regarding Zeta's contribution. Wanted to understand their order in which they are going to work on. Are you going to work on QoS first, or are you going to work on RAID 0 first?
I think, Stefan, that's mostly up to you. I don't have a.
I think it kind of depends on the proposal status, like which one can push first. Yeah, like both are important to us.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult for me to answer at the moment.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we can progress them even in parallel. We'll see. Depends on the
Sure.
which proposal gets settled first.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay. No, I asked it because in our email, I remember, I think Tudor, you were saying that the issue that you want to tackle in a short term is QoS. So I thought,
Hmm.
just wanted
Yeah,
to ask,
but
but it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but RAID is also important because
Right.
we're fulfilling the limitations of the disks, right? Like a database needs to fit into a disk, but that includes the branches, and that makes it, that we have some customers with databases in the terabytes, and then with the branches and so on, it might be more. It gets difficult. We have some instances with large disks, but we would very much love to be able to have the node as the limitation, not the individual disk as the limitation. So yeah, both are important essentially.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thanks everyone. I'll be dropping off now. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.